Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are solving another LeetCode problem, that is 2477 minimum fuel cost to report to the capital. Before jumping into the solution, I would highly recommend you should read the problem statement because it is a long one. Many things are written in it. So I would highly recommend you should read this, give at least 15 to 30 minutes because in order to know many whys of your doubts, not many whys, to answer your many whys. Let's get into the problem. What problem is asking is, you are given city that are numbered from 0 to n minus 1 and the 0th city is the capital. That much is very clear, and every capital not capital, every city has its representative. In order to attend the meeting, every representative has to reach the capital. But or and also one thing, in order to cover distance between one city, you require 1 liter of fuel. So in the problem, we are given seats for each representative car. What we have to do is use minimum fuel and make every representative of the city to reach the capital to attend the meeting. That's it. That's what we have to do. Very simple, isn't it? So what to what to do? I wasn't able to see my cursor. So how to approach this problem? First thing first, to make our computation easy, to make adjacent nodes accessible in least amount of time, we need to make adjacency list. Why? I just told it. What adjacency list is? 0 connected with, for example, in this particular graph, 2, 1, 4, 5. So it is very easy to just reach to 1, 4, 5 instead of this roads given array. And also roads are bidirectional, so take care of this. What to be taken care is, if 0 is connected to 1, so 1 is and will be connected to 0, vice versa, like this. So this much is clear, and let's make this graph over here to have little more in understanding and get to our solution. One, three, two, 132, 46. Let's make a use of another pen, another color pen. Sorry. If we try to do something, if we try to, let's try. If we try to do something, to compute something, to compute our desired result, why it will not, why it will not lead to any fruitful computation or result? Mind you, you are given seats, and in order to have minimum, you need to make representative sit in one car, that is passing through the airway. And also something is given over here, right over here. You should read what it is written. In short, it is written that it is not necessary that representative need to use his car to reach the capital. It can use other representative car to reach the capital. Let's think logically. If you try to make pair of this, would it be more efficient or this? Which one would help in minimum fuel? If we make this a pair, 3 and 1 is fair. 2 is coming from very far city. 1 liter, 1 liter, and it used 3 liter, and they both used. He required 1 liter, and from this to 1 liter. 5 liter of fuel. If we make 2 and 3 pair, see for yourself, these two are paired, it required 1 liter, 1 liter, 1 liter, and one city 1 representative required 1 liter. How much? 4. Which is less? Which is less? 4. So what to think is, make representative of city that fall in between their path together, sit together, because in order to get minimum fuel, and while pairing, make sure we not pairing while making representative sit in other representative car, take the representative which are far. Why? Just explain. So let's this much is explained. And also one thing I just forgot, while while doing the computation, which flow we would be using is, while coming out of the depth, while going into the depth will not lead to any fruitful result. You can see for yourself, and you can use your brain and pen and paper to get even more further clarity. But while coming out of depth, we can have more fruitful result. You will see. And coming out of depth and going into the depth usually leads to DFS, depth depth first search. Depth first search. It can be used with BFS, but DFS is more intuitive to me, and I would suggest it will be more intuitive to you also. You can see DFS, BFS code in the discuss section, because it didn't occur intuitive to me. So, and also DFS occurred to me intuitively when I first solved this problem. So that's why we are discussing DFS. So that much is clear how pairing is done. Pairing, by pairing means you get it. Make the representative sit in one car that passing through their path, common path. That's it. I'm not gonna repeat it. I will say pairing. And also, how will we be doing the computation is while coming out of depth. While coming out of depth, not going into the depth. And also the reason I have told you. So only thing left is do it on a test case and discuss other things. Let's copy that graph over here. Let's again change the pen. It. I feel very exhausted. It's third time making this video again. 3, 2, 3, 2, 6, and it is no, it is not 6, 4. It is 6. This one is 5, 5. Right. Let's change the pen. Now the question arises, how we are doing this computation. Let me write a simple code. X. What X is over here is count upon seats. Okay. If not X, if count leads to some remainder, then X plus plus. It's just seal. Another way of writing it. And also, what to do? Fuel would be X, and we are returning the count. We are returning the count. Also, the call will be like this, the basic for loop. taking all the adjacent nodes, and if not visited, we are doing this call, our DFS call. This is the flow. This and this. Okay, this is the flow. Let me okay, from this to this. So how we are going to do it? And every node is initialized with count 1 because himself himself we have to count himself herself 1. So let's get into it. When we are at this count, what is x is count is 1, seat is 2. In this given test case it was 2. X is 0 something, x will be promoted, it will be 1. Fuel will be 0 plus 1, it's 1. And count is 1 and it will be return, it will be returned. It was for node number 2. We fall to node number 3, city number 3, whatever you can call it. And while we fall in this call, we will fall at this call. So himself count was 1, himself herself, no gender y, himself herself count was 1. Now what count came from the call? It is 1, 1 plus 1 2. I hope I'm making sense. It is a whole 1, nothing fraction. So no x plus plus. Why x? No x plus plus. You can see for yourself. No remainder. 0. Very easy. What would be our fuel? Previously it was 1 over here. Now 1 plus 1 2. Return the count. What is the count? What is the count? Count is 2 over here. Now we fall to where we fall to? We fall to 1. We fall to 1. There. We, again this condition. This not condition. This code. What we are getting? This case we got 1. This case we got 2. 2 is returned to 1. Herself himself plus the call that given the return that he or she is getting. X is 3 by 2. It is something something. That's why x will be 2. You know why? Fuel would be 2 plus 2 4. That's it. Now we fall to 0 and something has to be taken care. When we fall to 0, we reach the destination. So nothing to add. So nothing to add. So we can modify this condition as we will just over here we will just add one condition if whatever the node over here is node is not equal to 0, then we will keep on adding. That's the basic flow of the our algo. I'm not gonna write algo because I've just explained it in numerous time. It's not algo, it's basically I just wrote the pseudocode. It's very much it. And if something in your mind arises like how you got this, I just explained very much from the bottom how I got this, and also about this mathematical calculation. You yourself can see this is just the conversion of logic, what logic we are using, because these two are paired. Now their fuel consumption would be same. Now their fuel consumption would be same. What happened at 2? It was not paired. So nothing. Fuel has to be taken 1. Now this was paired. This is paired with 3. Now both will take, what will they take? 1. and he himself will take 1. Himself has to go to the capital, he will take 1. So let me repeat it again. To reach 2, it required 1 because he has to reach 3 in order to pair. While taking 3, how much they will take is 1 again. How that 1 happened? Because 2 divided by 2, that's 1. Now, when they reached 1, now there is 1 pair and there is 1 single. How much fuel they will require is, there are total 3 count divided by 2. It counts to 2. Seal, if you take seal, it it evaluates to 2. So here it was 2, and we go, and to reach here, they both are 2 and 3 are over here, and 1 is over here. How much fuel will require to reach is, here is 2. So how much fuel? 2 plus 2, 4. So that's it. That's how much I can explain. That's my capacity. Now let's see the code. If you still not able to understand, dry run it and use your pen and paper brain, whatever it is. Give time to this problem. So start from here. N plus 1 basically making adjacency list, making visited. You know why visited if you have done graph tree. I'm not going to explain why visited because we don't want to go in the loop. Making of adjacency list, bidirectional, okay, the call and the answer. How we are computing? Basic long basic syntax. Answer we defined globally. You can define it in the call. I try to prefer it global because let's paint in the AWS. Make that vector visited. That's as discussed. Everyone has its count 1. Basic call discussed. This is also discussed how we are counting the fuel, and also you can see answer is the fuel over there. Answer is, and we returning the count, and that count is cached by this call from the previous count is cached by this. We it plus in himself herself and use it over here to calculate x, and this is done for incrementing if some fraction is left because it need to be integer. Why? I cannot explain that if you are still asking why. After all that explanation, why node not equal to 0 at we reached the city. So nothing to go elsewhere. We reached the destination. That's it. That's it. That's it. You reach the destination. Here you use 2 liter fuel to reach 0. Nowhere, but that's it for the iteration. And go to next neighbors of 0. That's very much clear. I have done for only one branch. You can do for another branch. So let's see if our code is working. Most probably it should be. Yeah, it is working. Yeah, it is working. As you can see, I hope I was able to make you understand this problem. And as usual, you have to do what you have to do. So keep grinding. I'm rooting for you guys. You guys are awesome. See you in the next one. Bye.